Hi guys, and welcome to Battlefield 1. Now we're going to start off with the story. Now this one is a particularly long video because it includes the introductory bit and it includes the first part of the first war story. Now I'm not going to be talking as much through these as I do in my World of Tanks videos. I do find these a little bit more difficult to do it with than I do with the World of Tanks, so I wasn't too sure whether to do a live commentary with this or do it after the fact, but I'm going to shut up for now so you can watch all this bit and then you'll hear me again sort of in various parts throughout the video. So just enjoy.
Just hold me tight and tell me you'll miss me while I'm alone and blue as can be.
Now, at the beginning bit, it does kind of just drop you right in the shit, which is kind of how it was in First World War. My great-grandfather fought in the trenches in World War I, and he received 6 weeks basic training, which consisted, a lot of it, running up and down the beach with a heavy pack on your back. They didn't get a great deal of training for it, and then basically he was shipped out, and I think he was 16 when he got shipped out into the trenches. And you kind of get the same treatment here. It's basically, here you are, here's a gun, get killing stuff. And that's about it really. There are a couple of points where I have edited it. I've tried to make it as inobtrusive as possible. In fact, there was one, I don't know if you noticed it, and it's just where I was messing about with various options. I had to put the colourblind mode on. Then I discovered that although I could actually differentiate between team, squad and enemy, I couldn't actually see the team colour markers properly above their heads compared to the background, so I had to change it again. Now, like I say, this one is a longer video. The others are not going to be this long, but if I'd have just done the introduction bit, it really would have been quite short. And yeah, so I don't know. Just, you know, bear with it. I do apologise for the length of this video. The others, like I say, will be shorter. And I'm going to do it in various parts. You've got the war stories. I think there's 5, possibly 6 of them. And in each war story, you've got various parts. Now, like I say, this is still the introductory bit. You are not expected to survive this, and in fact, you die about 4 times, I think it is, and you are different people throughout this intro. And then it's going to be the first part of Through Mud and Blood, I think it's called, which is Over the Top. And you're basically driving a Mark V tank, so you're going to see that as well. Now, one thing that did strike me about this was it just looks fantastic. Graphically, it's absolutely stunning. And that is one thing about the Battlefield games, they really do, you know, they always look really, really nice. And there's been a nice selection of weapons in this so far. I've got, I think, through to the 3rd story I've got to start. Oh, flamethrower guy. Yeah.
All over the world, so many of us thinking this war would be our rite of passage, our great adventure. Let me tell you, it was no adventure.
And you see what I mean about, you know, you do sort of die in this first bit, and I think they've put that in about not surviving, because I seem to remember, I think it was with Battlefield 4, there was a bit, not quite like this, but there was a bit at the beginning, and it really did look as though you could survive it and you could actually get out of it, but you ended up dying. And there was a lot of people saying, how do you do the first bit? They kept dying, and obviously they'd die and just restart checkpoint or something like that, not realising that's what is supposed to happen. So I think that's why they've done this. Now, I've not played the multiplayer on this just yet. I want to get through the story first, but hopefully I'll be bringing you the multiplayer footage after I've basically done the story and brought you all of that. But another thing I like about it is just the destructibility of the scenery around you. Yeah, you're about to see me suck and die quite quickly. But yeah, it's, I don't know, like I say, just a nice game. But it is hard to do a commentary after the fact with a story like this. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go quiet now, and various little bits throughout it, I'll just come back and sort of talk to you about little bits and bobs here and there.
New killing machines, like the tank, changed the shape of the war overnight. Luckily, they were mostly on our side. Mostly.
So we've just got in the Mark V for the first time, and when you drive this in the story proper, or the bits that I've seen so far, you're not actually in the Sponson gun, and in the Sponson gun you do have the cannon, and you can also switch to a coaxial machine gun. Now I'm assuming, because like I said I've not played the multiplayer yet, now on the multiplayer for the other games, when you're in a vehicle it's got multiple seats and you can actually switch seats from the driver to the gunner to a passenger, etc, etc. And I'm assuming that when you're in a Mark V in multiplayer and you switch to a Sponson gunner seat, and this is the view you'll get, and obviously you could switch to the other guy, the other Sponson if there's nobody in it, or you have somebody on both sides. But I do derp it a few times in this game, and yeah, there's a couple of times where I'm just not quite sure what I'm doing, to be honest, and just do derp it about a little bit.
We'll chase Fred all the way back to Berlin. Incoming! Wilcon took her apart! We're just a big fat target for that thing! Move, driver! Go around! If you get a clear shot on that blasted field gun, you take it! Hold on! We're pushing through! Left side! Field gun! Take out that cannon! Good job! Let's open a path for our lads! Move up with the rest of the armor! Stay focused, men! Push on, damn it! We're almost through! Fire at anything that moves! We're gonna make it! Shit! Incoming!
Instead of adventure, we found fear. And in war, the only true equalizer is death.
Charge!
they push, we push. Every once in a while, we push hard enough that the light breaks through the clouds, and a world beyond the war glimmers, just out of reach. The war is the world, and the world is the war. But behind every gun sight is a human being. We are those people. We are the jaded, and we are the naive. We are the honorable and the criminal. We are the bound for legend and the lost to history. We are the knights of the sky, the ghosts in the desert, and the rats in the mud. These are our stories. My granddad fought in the Civil War. Before I left, he told me what it takes to stay alive, but nothing could have prepared me for what I saw. New machines of war, like the tank, could sometimes change the battlefield overnight. Luckily, they were mostly on our side. Mostly.
Well, that introduction was quite exciting, Reign of Steel, so now we're going to do the first part of Through Mud and Blood, which is Over the Top.
Edward.
Sir.
Townsend. Come on, you miss all the fun.
All artillery! Fire!
I've been looking at your papers.
Don't worry about me, sir. I'm ready to do my bit for king and country.
Listen, son, you find forward and reverse when you're told you'll do all right for me. Grab those, would you? Come and meet Big Bess. Woman of your dreams. And our new driver, boys.
Whoa, no, don't swear. She does not like it when you swear. Finch.
Edwards.
You've done this before.
Done what before?
Mind your business with manners. Listen, don't worry. She'll look after you, yeah?
All right, boys. This is the big one. Our orders are to punch through the German line, destroying artillery positions as we go. Finch.
Yes, sir.
After that, we'll advance on the French town of Cambrai, where I have been assured there is wine, women, and song. So you should enjoy that.
Ah, my man is wine.
Jesus. Are we in safe hands or what, boys?
All right, my lads. Remember, boys, do your jobs, take care of each other, Macbeth will take care of you.
May Lord have mercy on our souls.
We'll get through this together, right, Edwards?
Right, sir.
Full ahead, driver!
That damn bird is shedding.
Molting, McManus! Bird's molt!
I'll pluck every feather off that damn...
Easy there. That pigeon could save your life. It's our only line of communication.
Get up there, Edward!
Now, I'm not quite sure what I was expecting with the controls of this. I think probably from playing a lot of World of Tanks recently, I was expecting it to be similar to that for some reason. I don't know why. Obviously it's not going to be. But the handling on this isn't too bad. And one of the things I like about the Battlefield games, and I've always liked about the Battlefield games, which we seem to lose a bit with Battlefield 3, but got it back a little bit more with Battlefield 4. With the earlier ones, especially the Bad Company games, I don't know if any of you played those, you really did have quite an open level, and you could basically make your way through the level whichever way you saw fit, especially with Bad Company 2, I think it was. You would just put a big open level, and if you went to this town, you just smash through buildings if you're in a tank or something, and just basically try and find your way through, and just about everything is destructible. Not quite everything, because obviously they have to keep certain things around, but in this, a hell of a lot of stuff is destructible. One of the later missions in this sort of, well, in this war story, there's these windmills, and you can go up them to get a view of the town, which you'll see in a couple of episodes' time, I think it is, and you can blow them up. If there's Germans in them and you're in your tank, you can just aim at it, boom, and just blow the top of the windmill out, which is quite good fun. Now, something you do have to watch out for here is the big mud puddles. They will slow your tank down. I'm going around a slightly different way. I didn't have to come this way. I could have gone up and over around the other side, but do try and avoid the mud puddles at this point. And you can repair your tank as well. You can repair it from inside, but it's also quicker to repair it from the outside. And at a certain point through this level, you can actually get out of your vehicle, and there are field manuals and various weapons for you to find, and there's so many field manuals in each level, a bit like with your intel in Call of Duty, and I think they've had the field manuals and such in the other Battlefields, so if you've played those, it's something you're going to be familiar with. Now, I've not really collected many on the way through. I am just playing it through to show you the story, but what I might do once I've done the story is work my way back through it and do a sort of guide to find all the field manuals and do the various challenges, because it turns out there are challenges in here as well. I'm not entirely sure what they are. I've done one or two throughout the levels, mostly without even realising I've done them, to be perfectly honest. So I will try and figure those out, and like I say, possibly try and put together some sort of guide for the field manuals and the challenges. But what you have to do with this bit, and I kind of get the feeling it's preparing you a little bit for the multiplayer, or for some of the aspects of the multiplayer, because you have to capture the command points, which is one of the modes, or was one of the usual modes on Battlefield. I've not played it for such a long time now, but I think one of the sort of standard game modes is Conquest, where you have to capture the command points, and the more you capture, the sort of more of an advantage you have, because not only can you spawn there, and obviously further forward you've got an advantage that way, but when you control, I think, more than half of them, the enemy team's sort of spawn tickets used to wind down slowly. I don't know if that's still the case, I'm only speculating. But I've basically got to sit here and capture this command point. And I've got to do this for a few of them throughout this mission, and then I've got to destroy some artillery as well. And there's a nice little surprise as well. There's a familiar friend that we'll see shortly. From those of you who've been playing World of Tanks, sorry, you'll see a familiar tank.
Boys, you're moving up. Continue suppressing fire. Keep them on their heels.
keep them suppressed.
We are righteous men!
Good job, lads. Now we take the next trench line.
What do you make of that, Charlie? We got it!
Got it!
Why are we moving so slow?
Target destroyed!
Jimmy's down! That one left a mark!
We're keeping you to lads! Good job! But remember, the day's still young. We're heading for the ruins, clearing a path for the infantry. Get that gun and move!
Clean that fuel gun! Fire!
Why move that field gun through? Those machine guns are holding our lads back.
Hit!
Now, like I've already said, there'll be sort of fairly big sections of this where I'm not going to be saying anything because there's really not much for me to say. It's just a case of, you know, watch it, enjoy it, basically, and enjoy seeing it. There are a few places that you do need to be wary of when you get to checkpoint C, which is this one. You do get an enemy tank coming at you, so if you're going to play the story, beware of that. I wasn't, and I think I nearly came a cropper from it. And it might be the next point that you've got to capture. It might be the first artillery you have to destroy. I went sort of derping straight into the courtyard and nearly got taken out by field guns on either side of me. Like I say, with something like this, I wasn't quite sure. I was contemplating doing a live commentary with it, but I don't know. You know, I've not done that yet, and I really don't know. But for now, you're just going to hear me rambling on and interrupting you at various different points.
attention!
Edwards, get on and lend him a hand.
Less bad words. Edwards, you good? You sure? Thanks. It's his gun!
Keep it together, lads! Just get us moving! I mean, get back inside, Edward! Edward, get a fix and get back in here!
Get a move on, driver! Took on a damn Jordan, and the bitch is gone! Hermanis, pull yourself together!
Get us to that village, driver. Their artillery's holed up there.
Gun crew is gone, good job! Got it, now move! There's a field gun! She's fixed! Good job, lad! we cut them all down!
Taking fire over here!
Shut down that gun! We're taking damage!
Bitches batter us black and blue! Yes, that will shut them up!
Blast that gun! One less MG.
We got it! We're getting hammered here!
Got him! What the hell was that?
Infantry, let's calm down! Get a move on!
Right, so as we're nearing the end of this section and the end of this video, I'm just going to basically round up. I'll apologise once again for this one being so long. It's about 45 minutes, and that's because of the introduction. The others won't be as long as this. And you saw me get out back there and grab a field manual. I was just basically getting out and having a little look around because I realised that I could. And did you see the little surprise guest, the little tier 1 French tank? Well, I'm assuming it's the tier 1 captured French tank. I thought that was quite a nice surprise and a nice touch. So, anyway, I'm going to shut up now. You'll see me be a pigeon. Then you'll see some bad shit about to happen to our intrepid heroes, at the risk of giving you a spoiler. And I'm afraid I'm going to have to leave it on a cliffhanger, and you'll have to wait till next week to see what happens to our motley crew of Black Bess, the Mark V tank. But I hope you've enjoyed this episode. You're probably quite glad it's near the end because it has been going on for a while. And I'll be back tomorrow with a World of Tanks video for you, and yeah, you'll have to wait next week to see if our crew get out of this alive. So sit back, enjoy the end of the video, and as always, take care out there, and I'll catch you next time. See you later.
Grenade incoming! They're waiting for us. Get us moving!
Shit!
Can't get any traction! Push them back, lads!
Get off Bessie, you
We're
freak
back
scum!
here!
No traction, sir. I can't move her. Come on. Come on, man.
Richard! Richard!
Hey, out of your mind. You're going to get us all killed. Edward's behind you.
Sir!
Messenger pigeon! Incoming fire! Message coming!
Orders! Sir, new fire mission. It's Townsend, sir. Sir! 3-3-6-4 target!
Here it comes, boys. Nice serving with your lads.
Artillery!